Oh, guys, and I'm on my let me turn this thing off. I was in the bathroom and I completely forgot. The whole purpose of the video also was to just basically I'm gonna put it like this. You know, Diddy isn't the only weirdo out there. Um Diddy isn't the only one that, you know, is accused of is sex trafficking in secret. He just got exposed. And Jay-Z right now, he is basically he got exposed for allegedly you know sexually assaulting a minor. And Diddy right now, he's basically innocent until proven guilty, but he pretty much is in jail right now for sex trafficking charges, organized crime. And if you want to know what sex trafficking is, guys, sex trafficking is human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Perpetrators of the crime are called sex traffickers or pimps, people who manipulate victims to engage in various forms of commercial sex with paying customers. So basically, the reason why I was missing was because there was a certain public figure that was trying to sex traffic me. I'm out of breath. And my story, I'm going to tell it. Y'all know on my channel, I keep it real and I'm very honest. I showed you clips of Christ and stuff like that, and you know, everything that I went through. Not everything I went through, but I told you bits and pieces of what I was enduring. But the whole purpose and the whole wrap up of the whole situation is that this public figure tried to recruit me and tried to sex traffic me. Just how they're saying basically Diddy's in jail because, you know, he got RICO. Like, it's organized crime. Like, basically you got him he had Cassie, for example. Cassie's lawsuit, she was a sex worker, and that was his girlfriend, and he would hire sex workers in order to fulfill his little sexual desires. You got all these different people coming out talking about sexual assault, talking about how basically they were, you know, he would basically have people come and he would pay people to come and have sex in front of him with his girlfriend, you know, for his pleasure. Sex trafficking is something that makes a lot of people go missing. A lot of girls and a lot of men, you know, who have normal lives, they end up going missing, and their parents never know where they went, what happened. You know, it's like people never, ever, ever know what happened to this child or what happened to this boy or what happened to this woman. And it's like, it's either they were kidnapped and they are dead, or they were kidnapped and they were basically placed into business, basically to be a sex slave. So Diddy is not the only celebrity that has these secret organizations and things like that. The person that tried to do this to me was a public figure. Like, y'all know I got a YouTube and I have almost 10,000 subscribers, right? So I made contact with a certain type of public figure through a phone, a number. It wasn't a direct number, but it was the number basically that they use for the purpose of recruiting. You know what I mean? And I'll explain later. But I didn't know that at the time. So at the time, you know, you make certain contact or whatever, you never think that something evil like that. That's not my lifestyle. I'm not that girl. I'm a whole Jehovah's Witness. You know what I mean? So the internet and these public figures, these celebrities, like I said, you don't know them. They're very dangerous, and people are being exposed. And we're in the time of exposing, because nobody ever thought in a million years Diddy would be exposed. You know what I mean? So, in 2023, I basically was exposed to a very bad contact, someone that is a public figure. And that person, they had a plan to try to recruit me, manipulate, and try to get me into the sex trafficking business. They tried to traffic me. And at that time, I didn't understand and I didn't know. And it's an organization. So this is not something that, it's like some type of mob type of stuff. It's just that it's kind of lower class. But, it's an organization. And you have organization of people that come after you, that they'll send into your city, or they'll send people after you to kidnap you, to try to take you in for the purposes of money, to take you for you to make them money, basically to pimp you out. And that's basically what was happening with me. Like, it didn't, and the reason why it didn't happen to me was because my God was with me. And when I was telling you guys, oh, I got kidnapped, it was because this person was attempting to traffic me and to get me to that, in that industry, for me to be some type of slave so that I can work and make money for them. It's like being rich isn't enough for these people. They make illegal money too, and they feel like they got to have corrupt, business practices to make more money. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. When someone loves money, it's not enough to make legal money. They want to make illegal money too. So what they do organized crime, and sex trafficking. That's a RICO. That's organized crime. So that's basically why I was missing, because I was battling the fight. I was battling for my life, for my body, for my dignity. I was battling people that, people listen to the radio every day, but don't even know these are devil worshipers. This is the devil himself. The devil was using this person to basically ruin my life, and to take me away from my mom, and to take me away from people that I thought loved me. And for 2 years, 2023, 2024, that person put in every effort to isolate me, take away all my, close my bank account, tried to make me basically an alien, tried to took away all my identification, tried to basically make me not exist in the world at all. Because what happens when someone tries to sex traffic you, they want to eliminate your identity. So that means, like, you'll see somebody go into a hospital and that person looks nervous, their name is changed, their ID, their driver's license and everything like that, that's gone. You know what I'm saying? It was at one point my driver's license was stolen from me, passport, everything. I had to get everything back because this person really thought in their head that they were going to turn me into some victim. And little did they know that I am blessed and anointed and loved by Jehovah God. And Jehovah said simply, no, you have had this one and that one, but you can't have Alexandra. And the courts, the police, they're corrupt. I would call the police. They got the police bot. Just how they say Diddy buys the police. Cassie, for a long time, she couldn't even go to the police and tell her story, or because how she gonna tell the police when her man can basically buy the police, give the police money to not make the report, give the police money to just, ignore the whole report, give the police money to be corrupt and to ignore her complaints. That's why it takes so long for women in domestic violence relationships to get out if the person has power. In my case, I was a girl that they saw as business, and they basically, had faulty police officers. People, if I try to make a report or if I try to do something to help myself, it would be of no use. If I try to go get a violence, an injunction to protect me from violence and harassment like I was trying to do, it'll get denied because they're paying the judges, they're paying the cops. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So basically 2023, 2024, I had somebody trying to sex traffic me with a lot of money, who's famous with a lot of power, and they failed. Because Jehovah, he helped me. And, that's why that's why I gave you a little bit of my story and my prayers and what helped me to get through. 2025 is when 2024, I got all my stuff back, my passport, my driver's license, everything. I got everything back. And 2025, here we are. And it's like things are looking up, and it's all because of Jehovah God. Like if I didn't have God, like I would be missing. I would be another missing girl that nobody knows what happened to her. You know what I mean? So it's not just Diddy. Diddy is not the only person out here, allegedly assaulting and sex trafficking and doing organized crime. I've experienced it. Only difference is that they weren't able to make me a victim because Jehovah wouldn't let them. And Jehovah protected me because he loves me, because I'm his servant. You know what I mean? And I'm so thankful, And so that's just a little snippet, but I'm going to give you guys more. Just, wait, okay? And that's what I mean by PTSD. Imagine you being a girl, a guy, and then someone someone sends a whole freaking squad, against you to try to take you and use you and exploit you for their own commercial money gain. And, like I've been drugged. Like I've been to, like, it's a lot, and it's very, it's not traumatizing for me to explain it, but it's like, it's not the time for me to reveal everything. Everything has an appointed time. And when the time comes, guys, I promise, you're going to know who did it, but I promise you're going to see this person pay for what they did. So just keep on the lookout and come back to this video when that karma hits, when that Jehovah hits, okay? When Jehovah's, like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and, just give a couple of lashings to people who thought they were me, who thought they could play with you, daughter. When, when their little Diddy moment happens, come back to this video. Period. All right, y'all, my bad. Okay, so I was trying to, my voice went out. All right, so this is the contaminated eye wash station that I was explaining, but fast forward real quick. Okay, so these blood stains, they were on my hotel room wall. And those blood stains were there because I was explaining that, when you have organized crime happening, when someone's trying to sex traffic, someone, they have connections with the police, they have connections with, all types of people, like hospital staff, they have connections with hotel staff. So I basically would go get a hotel, or I would basically, book for me to get a hotel for me to stay in. And my phone was tapped, mind you, because when your phone is tapped, wherever you go, the person can see. Wherever you are, the person can know. Whatever you type, whatever you do, the person can see your activity on your phone. So if I book for a hotel, I would go to these hotel rooms, and as a threat, because I don't want to allow myself, nor will I, they see that they can't get me to be the victim they want me to be. They basically had hotel staff putting blood on my walls as a threat. Like, oh, basically, if you don't go with the program, or if you don't want to be this or do that, then, we can give you a disease, and we can cover it up and nobody will ever know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, blood on, who goes to a hotel room that is supposed to be clean and ends up seeing blood stains on their wall? I even have another picture of like a literal glob of blood on my curtain, and that was a threat, basically telling me like, oh, you don't want to do this, you don't want to go be a part of the organization or this society that they have going on, and this business thing that I'm trying to do. Well, if you don't want to do it, you're gonna die. It's like, it's either you obey or you die. So for me, I basically was rebellious, and I'm like, who I'm at this time, I didn't even understand that this is what was happening. Like, this is what the motive was. I didn't know at the time, but all I knew was that I had people pursuing me because they had somebody very powerful, somebody like Diddy, well, not like Diddy, but somebody that's a public figure that has money and has the funds and has the ability to pay and to corrupt all types of staffs of people to make my life, a problem. And if I go to a hotel, it's like hotel staff, they'll put blood on a wall as a reminder, like, oh yeah, you don't want to go my way. I can do this to you and I can do that to you, and I can make you sick and nobody will ever know about it. But thankfully, Jehovah said, no, you're not going to do that to my daughter. And, I'm just saying that Jehovah protected me, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be alive, guys, to be quite honest. So the reason why I'm recapping is because I thought that I had the sound, but I didn't. You know what I mean? So that was basically me going to the hotel and literally seeing blood stains on my wall. Okay. And then going back, let me go back. Okay. I'm going to show you the nurse. Okay, so you see where it says contaminated eye wash station? there's a nurse. This nurse right here, if you look at my picture, you see that the nurse with this blue mask, he basically was the one when what they would like to do is the people that were following me, they would come and they would like walk right in front of me as if there was no personal space. And they would like rub their hands together and release like some powder substance in the air, and it would make my eyes burn. So I went to the doctor, the Jackson North Shore Medical Center, January 29th. I went to Jackson because my eyes were burning. So like I said, they got money to corrupt everybody, including hospital staff. You got fake cops, corrupt cops, and you got corrupt nurses too, and doctors and hotel staff. So what he did was, I said my eyes are burning, I didn't tell them everything that was happening with me. I just wanted help. So I basically was, explaining, and he put something in a syringe, and it was normal saline. He gave me normal saline for my eyes. So I said, okay, it's getting a little, it's all right. But the eye wash station with the yellow, that basically is where you go to. That's the go-to. As a nurse, I can tell you when you have something in your eye or a foreign body, or if you have some type of chemical or you come in contact with some type of substance, first thing they do is go take you to that eye wash station to flush the eye. Something told me, Alexandra, do not go and flush your eye. Like, do not go and do that. I let him put the normal saline in my eye, but I said, well, this went well, so maybe if I go to the eye station, it'll be okay. I went to the eye station. He rinsed my eye, and when I left out the eye station, my eye was blurry. I couldn't see people. It was blurry. My vision got worse than when I came in. I'm like, how does fresh H2O water make your eyes blurry? And so he's like, I don't know. I'm like, what did you put in this water? Like, what's going on? Is this water contaminated? Like, what is in this water? Because if it's H2O, it's regular water. Nobody rinses their eyes with water and their eye gets blurry afterwards. What did you put in this water? So, of course, I knew, okay, corrupt nurse. Okay, they paid off too. Okay, so that's why I put contaminated eye station. Also, I showed you the blood on the wall, and I want to show you guys all the police reports that I made, because people be like, oh, well, if this is the truth, what really, the police reports or whatever the case may be, where are they at? I'm about to show you my police reports, baby, because I made a plethora of them, and I went to the courthouse to get a violence injunction to stop being harassed and violently attacked. And of course the judge is paid off, and that didn't go well for me, but just wait. Okay, guys, so being followed. All right, so this was April 2nd, 2024. I was at a Publix. This dude was following. I was literally sitting in the middle of the parking lot, right? Like the back of the Publix by Matter Academy. And this guy, I wasn't paying him no attention until I noticed he was basically following me. I was sitting down in the middle of the parking lot, but he basically would reappear, like he was walking in circles around me. And it wasn't just one time. It was up like 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So I realized, oh, he's one of them. Like, he's literally like doing rounds, and he's like doing rounds and rounds. And I noticed that when I would sit like on the little curb, like that little curb that you see, I noticed why he was walking around me, because I would notice that my eyes would start to hurt, because he would be rubbing his hands together, dispersing this powder to make my eyes hurt. So like, I'm literally telling you guys, like, it was really bad harassment. That's what I meant by assault. Assault isn't just like, attacking you and like, jumping on you. Assault can be somebody throwing a chemical at you, or somebody putting powder on you, and, you suffering a chemical attack. That's assault as well. So when I noticed that I would feel symptoms, and I'm like, well, and why is he sitting up here circling me around like some type of retard? I realized, okay, he's one of them. Like, he's harassing me. You know what I mean? And basically people would just be following me around and stuff like that. So I basically, I meant to say I had an account, right? And one of my accounts had $1,447. I was with Chase. What a sex trafficker does, they close your account. They take all your identification. You know what I'm saying? They'll have their people steal it from you, or they'll kidnap you and take it from you, steal it from you. While I was asleep, they stole it. So all my IDs, my license, my passport, everything was gone. My account, I had a ban and $447 in my account, and they closed my account. And when I went to the bank and I said, how could you close my account and I have no money and I have my money in there? How could you close an account with money in it? It's my money. They refused to disperse it to me. They refused to give it to me. I said, what is the purpose of you closing my account? Oh, we don't have to give you any explanation. Chase can just close their account if they want. And I said, okay, that's cool, but why aren't you dispensing my money to me? And they basically dismissed me, and they closed my account, so I won't have any access to funds. So a sex trafficker, what they want to do is they want to exclude you from all type of support and funds. They want to exclude you from identification, because, for example, if you got your ID, you literally can go to a hospital or a police station, and you can give your ID and slip a note and say, here, I'm a victim, I'm being trafficked, and they'll save you. No, they have to take your ID so that if you go to these places, wherever they take you, okay, if you need medical care and they have no choice but to take you, your name is changed. You don't have an ID to basically say, this is who I am. You know what I mean? That's why they confiscate all those things from you. It's kind of like basically they nullify your existence so that you don't have an existence. You don't have a bank account. You don't have no money. That means there's no trace. They can't trace you back to no bank. They can't trace you back to your driver's license. They can't trace you back to nothing. It's like you're basically literally somebody that never existed. And that's how missing people go missing, and that's how missing people are treated. That's how traffickers do. They traffic people, and they take these people, these young children, these women, these men. You never see them again. And when they try to do investigation, where's their account? Where's their ID? Where's their passport? Where's their social security card? All gone. So they can't trace the victim. So it's literally organized crime. It takes money. Okay, you think corrupt cops, that you think they're corrupt for no reason? They get money. They are paid to do this type of stuff. Hospital staff corrupt. You got good nurses. You got corrupt nurses. They are paid. That nurse that I'm gonna show you the nurse, but the nurse that did that to my eye, that was basically a way to persecute me and a way to basically make me hurt because I'm not going with the program and because I'm Christian. They took my money April 13, 2024. I had this amount, and they closed my account with my money and didn't give it to me. So I was broke. And then police reports. Oh, well, if this happened to you, where's your police reports? Babe, I filled out a plethora, honey. I even went to the courthouse to make sure that I got like a violence, assault, type of restraining order. I was basically explaining, like, you got this person that has an organization of people after me for a purpose, and I need protection because basically I'm at risk. My life is at risk. I'm at risk, and everywhere I go, I'm being followed. And literally, look at the police districts, north, central, south. Everywhere I would travel, I would be followed. So I would have to make a police report everywhere I went to protect myself. I would have this was like the first police report that I had made, I believe, or maybe one of them. And then I started taking pictures of, driver's licenses, cars that would be following me. Like, this is one time when I was at Starbucks, and for no reason at all, the car just pulled up right on the side of the curb, and lights are open. They're not getting out the car. Nobody's going out the car to get any Starbucks to go back in the car. It was because of me, because I was sitting on the outside. So they pulled up aside from me as some type of intimidation tactic. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot, guys. I started taking pictures of driver's licenses. I was in Miami Shores, and I basically had to do like so many, y'all. I had to do so many police reports. This lady, this is one of this is, let me play it for you. I was filming her. I was basically at my congregation. You see how the congregation is empty? Look. Because she saw me filming her, she sped off. I was basically at my congregation, And I basically, at this point, I'm at my house. I'm at my father's house, my congregation. That's where I had to be for safety. And you had people at night pulling up who are not even Jehovah's Witnesses to the parking lot. That's you're trespassing. That's private property. If you're not a witness, you're not supposed to be there. So because I started filming her because I know she's following me, okay, she's one of them, she pulls out her phone. And when I basically go to go get her tag number, she sped off. You know what I mean? So I'm just, I was basically making, hold on, let me see, what else? I'm in my camera roll, guys. I don't have anything to hide. If it's something like personal, then okay, but, I have no problem. But you know what? This was like the early part of my life, guys. This was 2024. I'm trying to find that curtain when I went to, but despite no matter what, guys, no matter what was being done to me, I always, even though I was broke, I was catching the train to go to the conventions of Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, that's what I meant by nothing would break my faith, because I love Jehovah. So just because you're applying pressure, putting bloodstains on my walls, you got people following me and filming me. I'm over here trying to go to the courthouse to get a corrupt judge to grant me, assault and violence protection. I'm over here, dealing with threats to my health. You putting bloodstains on the wall, blase, blase. I never gave up my faith, and I kept going to these meetings. I kept going to these conventions to prove to Satan, like, you can threaten my life, you could do whatever you want to do, but I'm never leaving Jehovah, point blank, period. And then, guys, to fast forward, Jehovah, he saw my loyalty, and he blessed me. Everything that was taken from me, I got my passport back. I remember when I got this, I was so happy. I took a picture of it. I got my passport back. And I basically was redeemed. Like, I started to go out, and Jehovah really showed me that, good job, daughter. Like, you really suffered a lot. You went through a lot. And what I'm showing you guys isn't even the half, guys. This is just like a little, I'm quickly going through this. This is quick. I'm quickly going through this. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm going to try to find the picture of that nurse, that corrupt nurse. And I'm going to also try to find that curtain with that blood, with that big glob of blood on it. They was trying to threaten me with it. I'm going to try to find it. Yeah, guys. So yeah, when I was telling you about my phone being tapped, I was taking pictures of these workers. Like I said, when you in organized crime, they got connect, and it's also, the phone shops too. To tap your phone, you got to pay people to do that. So these girls, you see that police report, right? I gave her my police report. I said my last phone was tapped, and you sold it to me, and so I need you to give me a phone that's untapped, because I have people on my phone that can track everything I'm doing. And I took a picture of them, and you see that I'm taking a picture of her and videoing her, and to block her face, she started to video me, because they knew that they put a device, a chip in my phone, or whatever they did, so that I can be tracked constantly. So basically my phone was tapped. This is the nurse that had put that normal saline in my eye. It was okay. And then when we got to the station, the station with the yellow thing that's supposed to be water to flush the eye, after I flushed my eye, my eyes got blurry and I couldn't see. And that's when I knew, oh, okay, so you are a corrupt nurse, and you basically contaminated it. The water's contaminated, and I never heard of nobody having fresh water go in their eye and they get blurry. So yeah. I was staying at hotels, and I'm trying to find that, this case. Yeah. Okay. So basically everything was taken from me, guys. And I was trying to get, an injunction, a temporary order, to get like help, to stop the assault and the harassing. Right. And so, because, like, late at night, you'll be thinking that these people are just chilling, and it's like, no, they're there to harass me. Like this dude, I vividly remember I was sitting minding my business and he just wouldn't stop talking to me, and he just started to say rude things to me and be mean to me. And it's like, I don't even know you, but I know who you are. Like I know you're part of the organization, child. And I wish I had that. Where is, like, I'm really, like, I'm just speeding through, guys. I mean, I can get more organized when it's really time, when it's really, really time to, like, you know, but right now this is the best I can do. Let me see. Like, hold on. I mean, I'm going back to my pics. I'm gonna try to find it.